What's going on, everyone? This is Lo-Fi Nole, and pretty simple video today. What we're going to get into is what arcanes should you really care about in Warframe at this point in time, since we do have the Belly of the Beast. They kind of made it more simpler to get compared to the other ways of farming and stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to do my own spin on it in a way, because I'm not a person who is at in-game that's doing nothing but just steal path missions and that can just annihilate everything left and right. But at the same time, I'm not at the beginning stages anyway. So I understand how mods work. I understand how arcanes work. I understand that some of my warframes and weapons can actually do steal path, even though I'm not fully built. I don't have the perfect build, etc, 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 etc. So I kind of want to give my take on the arcanes here and just go into a little bit more about it, because I was kind of already talking about in a recording that I did about how whenever I put on my arcanes, I did tons of more damage. But that's really later on. I'm gonna put that with this one, but I really just want to show off first what arcanes are gonna be important. So number one, we're gonna start off with arcane tempo. As I was saying, arcane tempo. So pretty much crit hits, 50% chance for 50% fire rate, and then on this max 15% chance for 90 fire rate shotguns for 12 seconds with arcane revive. I would say this is not like a must have, but overall it's really nice to have at the same time, because a lot of shotguns in this game, to me personally, feel really slow. When I'm talking about the Kuba Cone, for an example, when I talk about the the boar, for instance, those type of weapons, even the slug shotgun, where it has different fire rates, where if you shoot it once, it shoots out a big range, then the other one's like a slug. So me personally, arcane tempo really helps those weapons out, but it's not really something I would personally waste my purchases on my Valorant moats on. But overall, I thinking about get this. I don't know for sure, but I may come back and actually get it, because I've been getting a lot of my arcanes and by really just buying them, because they take too long to farm, plus two, you can only pick up 42 of them, so I'd rather just spend for some of the ones I think is much easier to get. So number two is going to be on the headshot, or what is it, no, arcane consequences on headshots. 10% parkour velocity for 18 seconds. And then on rank 5 is 60 seconds parkour velocity. I'm gonna be real. Any of these parkour ones, okay, that I see, they're just not worth it. There's really no point. Don't see a big point to them. I don't know why they exist, but hey, they're there. So I guess they kind of do something. But yeah, I wouldn't waste my time. Now, arcane momentum on crit hit, 60% chance for 25 reload speed on sniper rifles. So in Warframe, to be honest, at this point in time, sniper rifles are just not that needed. Or if you do, you're kind of gonna use Linka, for an example, or the rigorous. But again, you wouldn't waste a arcane slot on that. So I wouldn't waste my time. It's not really something I would use. Next is arcane ice, 17% chance to resist heat status, rank 5, 102, chance to resist it. At the time, when we had, what is it called, Eidolons, the nullifier one is where it really shined. But even then, you didn't really have to run it. It was more like a nice thing to have. So me personally, I wouldn't pick up the arcane ice, nullifier, or the warmth, because all of those just do the same thing of kind of what they're talking about, just resistance to certain elements. My fault. Same thing would actually. So I wouldn't pick up deflection, healing, resilience, warmth, nullifier, and ice, because they all do the same thing. They're going to give you 102 resistance. I would say they're kind of nice to have, but overall, you wouldn't want to waste your time picking them up unless you're just that bored. Okay. Now, next thing is, let me see, what is this? Where am I? Arcane Victory. One headshot kills, 75% chance for health regen, rank 5, Headshot kills 75%, but for 3% health regen. I think at the time victory was kind of like up there, but now not as much. We got like shield gating, and there's just better ways to heal yourself. 2, Warframe has always been kind of like, if your shield breaks, you're kind of more screwed because you just get one shot and higher stuff. So Arcane Victory is not really that needed. I wouldn't waste my time. Next is going to be Arcane Strike. On hit, 50% chance for 10% attack speed to melee weapons. On hit, on rank 5, on hit, 15% chance for 60 attack speed to melee weapons for 18 seconds. This is not bad. I would say this is kind of higher than everything so far that we have talked about, but I still would not waste my time with this Arcane itself, because number 1, there's better ways to get attack speed. Number 2, there's a lot of weapons that don't have issues with this. The only one I can think off the top of my head is like the Fragger, that giant like hammer, but that's about it. Then Arcane Awakening on reload, 60% chance for 25 damage to pistols. Rank 5, 60% chance for 150 damage pistols for 24 seconds. Me personally, Arcane Awakening is really, really good. Nowadays that we have someone like Jade, for instance, and then like you rarely got like a skin for her. I think a lot of people is gonna kind of play around with this Arcane to test this out, see how that works. I will actually and I think I actually run a build with this Arcane. I would say it's not a must-have. It's not a must-have. It's not a must-have. But it's not a bad thing to have. I would say it's more like, at the end of the day, if you've gotten majority of the big main ones already, you wouldn't go wrong coming back to get the Arcane Awakening. Now, Arcane Guardian on damage, 50% chance for 150 armor for 20 seconds. Rank 5 on damage, 15% chance of 900 armor for 20 seconds. This is kind of much more like if you play Nidus, if you play what's that character's name? The sand one, they got a rework. Him, I would say yes, but it's not needed. It's just not. Even then, I think there's better builds and better arcanes to really put on them besides this mod. So I wouldn't waste my time. Arcane Plasium on block, 50% chance for attack speed. Chance for 10% speed for 18 seconds. On rank 5, a block, 45% chance for 60 seconds. Speed for 18. No, just, you don't need the speed. There's really no point. You're never going to use this thing. It's just non-existent. Forget about it. So, Arcane Eruption on energy pickup, 17 chance to knock down enemies, rank 5. On energy pickup, 100% chance to knock down nearby enemies. Just better arcanes. Better arcanes to really pick up. No reason to pick this up. It's a waste of time, waste of space, waste of arcanes. Unless you're just trying to use it so that you can like sacrifice them, or 2, you're just that bored out of your mind. Okay. Generally, again, parkour, anything with parkour in it, there's really no point in picking those mods up. They just don't exist. Really don't. Now, Arcane Acceleration. Now, this is pretty much like a high tier mod, I would say. It's not a must have, but it definitely is a decent and a kind of sort of must. Because whenever you're running, like when it says crit hits, 30% chance for 15% fire rate to primary weapons, excluding shotguns on rank 5. On crit hits, 30% chance for a 90% fire rate. That does change how some weapons operate and how they work. I would definitely say, even at rank 1, it's not bad to have, but you really see more bang for your buck when you get rank 5. Hey, man, I'm just trying to yap and I'm just yawning. Okay, so then Arcane Trickery, it says on finishing kills, 15% chance to become invisible for 5 seconds. On rank 5, on finishing kills, 15% chance to become invisible for 30 seconds. This is really nice, like on Ash builds, I guess, or Ivory builds, But other than that, not so much. I mean, I wouldn't waste my time with this Arcane. I think Trickery is just like down at the bottom where parkour and all the resistant mods. So really, that's where it locates at. Now, Arcane Velocity, this is really good. I would just say if you're going to be running this on any Warframes like Jade, your Rayleigh now, because on crit hits, 90% chance for 20% fire rate to pistols. Rank 5, it goes from 90% chance to 120 fire rate. So again, like now that we have like these two Warframes like them, it's really, really nice. Not just to mention, I think it'll also work on the fairy Warframe Trinity. No, is it Trinity? No, Titania. It works really good with Titania. So I would not go wrong running this mod, to be honest. Now, Arcane Precision on headshots, 50% damage for secondaries on 50% damage for 18 seconds on secondary weapons. This is really good to have, especially if you're running Jade, Titania, and your Rayleigh. That really will change out over velocity in that build. And this is actually what I am running because this is really, really good. Highly recommend if you do get it, you should try to get the rank 5, but rank 3 and 4 is just as good. So definitely, I would be definitely picking this up. Now, Arcane Post on health pickup, 60% chance to restore 50 health to all to allies within 25 meters. Rank 5, 60% and restores 500 health. Just not worth it. It's not really something that makes make or break a build. It's not a must-have. It's completely garbage. It's just better ways how we do it, how we heal and stuff than two. Like again, if you're gonna play Warframe, and unless you're not running like Nidus or the Sand Warframe, or people who just generally like a lot of health, you're not really gonna see this ran in two. And if you do play the Warframes, they're just better Arcanes to run on them. So don't waste your time with this one. Arcane Ultimatum on finishing kills, 200 armor for 45 seconds. Rank 5 on finishing kills, 120 armor for 45 seconds. This right here is really good on the Sand Warframe. So like with his new rework, I think he now gets more finishers, I'm pretty sure. So, but I don't main him. I don't know how he works. So I would not waste my time, but definitely, it's not a bad mod. It's just not like a must. Okay. Arcane Energize. Agus. On shield damage, 3% chance for 5% shield recharge for 12 seconds. Rank 5 on shield damage, 3% chance for 30% shield recharge for 12 seconds. Not bad. I would say this is for like mag players like myself. I wouldn't go wrong running it. You wouldn't go wrong picking it up. It's not a must-have, but it's definitely quite up there depending on what Warframes you like to run or like you like to play mag, like I just got done saying. So Arcane Achelin, Wall Launch. I mean, really, there's no point. Well, what's the point of this? Arcane, you're going to just be wasting your time. Do not do it. Don't blow it. Okay, if you want to blow your load on an Arcane, do not blow that load on this Arcane. You're going to be wasting your time, okay? Next is going to be Arcane Rage. On headshots, 15% chance for 30 damage to primary weapons for 24 seconds. Rank 5 on headshots, 15% chance for 180 damage for primary weapon. This is a must-have. I would say this is really, really good if you're Warframe specialized in like having better primary damage than opposed to secondaries or melee. So to give an example, I want to say Centurion, the little Crystal Warframe, another one Mirage. If you like to play Mirage a lot, like these particular ones, you wouldn't go wrong with it. Now, Arcane Fury, the same thing as like Rage. This is a must-have. Okay, on crit hit, 60% chance for 30% melee damage to melee weapons for 18 seconds. On rank 5, crit hit, 60% chance for 180 melee damage. Melee is busted. I mean, regardless of whether you have mods or not, or Arcanes or not, like really deep down melee is never really outshined in Steel Path. So this right here just boosts up like tremendously. So and then two, if you have like a melee focused Warframe, an example, so like Valkyrie, not Korra, Valkyrie, this would not hurt to have it. And then Arcane Avenger, this is really nice. Like you are kind of surprised how much this is do. On damage, 21% chance for 7.5 crit, chance for 12 seconds. Rank 5 on damage, 21% chance for 45 critical chance for 12 seconds. I actually run this. I run this on my Jade, and they shoot at me when I'm flying. It does phenomenal. Glory's damage, which is their secondary, gets more damage, and it fundamentally just goes crazy. I would highly recommend picking that up. So, out of all the mods, there's only a couple that you could pick up. So, I mean, I would not waste my time with a lot of these. The only ones I would 100% pick up out of this is Avenger, Fury, Rage, maybe Algus, Precision, Vitality, and Acceleration. And that's really out of these. Now let's walk it back. Let's talk about the clan one. Now the clan one is where you finally get the Arcane Energize. You've been praying to God, like, I need this, okay? And you've been begging on the streets. You've been a hobo for decades. You've been playing Warframe, and the guys just don't bless you. The game likes to cut you over, like to pull your nut sacks a little bit, just to make you feel as though you can't get this mod. I would say pick this up. This is a must-have. It's definitely like a game changer. Everything. The only thing I would say is it does suck picking this up. And what I mean by that is farming through this. I had spent like a lot of time farming for this, and this one in particular, because I didn't want to buy all the other ones like the Algus. I mean, not the Algus, but like Acceleration or the Precision one. I pretty much bought those. So I bought them instead of like farming for them because they take so much time. And with this event, only had like 20 days, and now we had 10 days. Like, it takes so long to farm for this. It really, really does. I think the grinding was too much a little bit, but overall, like, I did have fun playing through it and the Ability of the Beast and farming for this, and I don't regret it because this is a game-changing mod. If you are playing through Ability of the Beast, or you happen to be on, or you like me, you have 10 days left that you see, hop on Warframe. Don't do anything else. Focus on getting Arcane Energized. It's just a game changer. Saves you so much time. Why? Energy pickup, 60% chance to replenish 25 energy to self and allies within 15 minutes, 15 second cooldown. Rank 5 on energy pickup, 60% chance to replenish 150 energy to self and allies within 15 meters, 50-second cooldown. This is a game changer. You gotta pick this up. There's no way to walk around here and like say, I'm not gonna pick this up. Okay, I'm too goated without. I would like, just no point. Okay, if you don't pick this up, like, your grandma does not love you. Okay, it's just that simple. Okay, so then we're talking about Arcane Grace, which is on health damage, 9% chance for 1 health gen for 9 seconds on rank 5, 9% chance for 6 health regen. This is a joke. I don't know why this is a like a top tier Arcane. I think it had its use at the time, but how Warframe is now, there's really no point. It's a waste of mod. I mean, not mod, but Arcane. I think it should go down I guess a tier or whatever type of this is, because this is like the best ones. But yeah, no, there's no point. Now, Barrier on the other hand, on shield damage, 1% chance to instant restore all shields, 1 second cooldown. On shield damage, 6% chance to instant restore all shields, 6 second cooldown. I would say this is kind of like a not needed as one as well. It's better than Grace. I give you that. It is better, 1,000. But the issue is they're just better mods than they're not Arcanes. So I wouldn't waste my time with this. But if you do have this and you do have it maxed out, it's not that bad. I mean, it does like change the gameplay a little bit. and stuff like that. But overall, like, it's not something you should really farm. The only one truly that you will ever really want to farm your life away for is gonna be that Energize, dude. That Energize just go crazy. Okay. Now, the new Arcanes. So, Arcane Ice Storm, I would say, well, let me just say this first. Out of all the ones that I farmed, I really liked it. Melee Affiliation, Secondary Fortify, and Surge. I think those three is like the best, I would say. The other two, not so much. If you happen to farm this this event and whatever, it's very easy to get these. And if you're running still path, it's so easy to get them. 2, if you do the sisters, that spawns once you get the 3 emotes, like, you can't go wrong. Like, you're gonna eventually have all these maxed out before the end of this event, which is a lovely, easy way. Like, I'm sitting at 600 right now. Okay, I already gotten all of these, and I didn't even spend for these. I just by playing it. So that lets you know how long I sat down and played through this 1,000 times for freaking Energize, you know? So anyway, on enemies, Frozen gain 2% ability strength, 2% duration for 15 seconds, stacks up 15 times. Rank 5, enemies Frozen gain 2% agility strength, 2% on duration for 15 seconds, and stacks up to 20 seconds. You just get like an extra 10 seconds. Not really that useful. Melee Affiliation. This is actually a good one. Enemies affected by status effect gains 1 additional stat when they're knocked down or flung by a melee attack. Enemies affected, and then rank 5, enemies affected by status effect gain 6 additional stacks when they're knocked down or flung up by a melee attack. Really, really good. Especially with like the harmony or the hate. This won't go wrong. Or really a lot of different melee weapons that just fling them in the air or knocks them down. Like, this is goated. Especially if you're highly spec into status. It is definitely a must, especially if you don't have a lot of the like already crazy ones. So you wouldn't go wrong actually running this. And I forgot to say that this is not a must-have, the Arcane Ice Storm. I didn't say that. Secondary Fortify, gain one overguard for every 100 damage dealt to an enemy. Overguard deals 3x damage to overguard. Rank 5, gain 1 overguard for every 100 damage dealt to an enemy. Overguard deals 8 extra damage to overguard. Wouldn't go wrong, especially with the event that we're going through. You have a lot of overguard enemies, and especially on like the second half when you have like the little ball that you gotta protect. Wouldn't go wrong having this. Is it a must-have? No. Steel path? Maybe, but no, not really. Nah, don't waste your time. Arcane Battery. Gain 0.05 maximum energy per armor point. Went up to 1,000 energy. Gain, and then rank 5, gain 30 maximum energy per armor point up to 1,000 energy. So decimal really. I would say if you're running characters that have a lot of armor, then yeah, I would probably talk myself into using this, but they're just better mods, so no. But overall, not a bad mod to have. Next, lastly, Secondary Surge. On ability cast, next shot gains a damage multiplier for every 200 current energy up to 3x. Rank 5, on ability cast, next shot gains a damage multiplier for every 200 current energy up to 8. Wouldn't go wrong with it. I would say putting this on a secondary, you're spamming a lot of abilities, you're playing Warframe that's heavily about using abilities, and then you run something like this, you just nuke them with a little secondary that you have. You wouldn't go wrong. It's not a must have, but definitely a pretty good solid Arcane to have and run. So out of all of these, I'm gonna still say 1, 2, and 3 right here is what I would say is the most important. But all of them are kind of like niche, you don't really need. But with that being said, that's all I want to really talk about with all the Arcanes and everything. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm just gonna like put in like a short video of me playing through the Bill of Beast event, showing off what happened when I start put on like Arcanes that are maxed out, and I bought some of them, so it made my life a lot easier. But other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm rocking like the Arcane Integer, whatever, and then the other one's like Acceleration. Since Glory is like a pistol. In this, dude, I'm getting my yellow crits, dude, and this is still path. I don't have cam on, but like, bro, you can see my face right now. Hold on, bro. Like, I'm shocked. I'm actually hitting this. Okay, there's no way that this is the damage that I'm equating just by getting some Arcanes. Now, and this is like a standard build that I'm running on Glory. You know, a simple build that you could easily understand by just playing the game a little bit. You know, what to run, what works against what enemies. I'm like, bro, I'm snapping through enemies left and right. Bro, I gotta make a video on this. I gotta make a video about what you should use, what you should buy at this point, because this changed my whole perspective on what I want to buy next time. Really did. So I saved so much time. I have saved so much grinding. This feels so good. Here, grab it, go. I've been running this like all day, to be honest. Like as soon as I got on, I just been. That's all I've been. It's been like a grind, I would say, for the most. Like this is more like, cause I've been trying to figure out, right? Okay, should you spend more time? What's the word? More time grinding, or like spending wise, right? Okay, and I realized for grindy games like this, like Warframe in particular, certain things are just better to buy. It saves you more time than it would you like grinding it. Because I'm just gonna be real, like Arcane is really grindy. Arcane's so super grindy. Like even with this event, let's just say you are free to play, like still you have to like pick and choose which one your queue is gonna pick up anyway, and you can only pick up about 2. Let's just say you had none Arcanes, or you didn't have like the big ones that like make or break or change something. Then like you have to figure out, okay, I can only pick up 2, and that's it. Now you can farm the new ones, you can definitely get those, but like the new ones don't really hit the same in my humble opinion as they like the old ones, like the Energize, for an example, because that's the one I'm running. The Arcane, what is it, Algis or whatever, like stuff like that, like those Arcanes. It's already been in the game for quite some time. The newest ones, like the melee, the secondary, the pistols, that all came around on Still Path. Oh yeah, and I'm not running a saturation on my freaking wand here, and it's slapping. But anyway, like, yeah, this feels so much better. This feels so much better. All my stuff feels so much more powerful. Oh, someone died? Oh, okay. I was gonna revive you. Yeah, this feels way more powerful. I'm still not at the part where I'm like, I'm walking around hitting nothing but red crit, but this feels really good. So I'm probably just gonna be running this for a little bit longer until like I gotta get like what, 182 of the stuff. Once I get 182, then I'll pretty much have my Arcane Energize fully like maxed out. Then after that, because I spent like majority of my time really buying a lot of the Arcanes and everything, then I will save up to get the Firmaras because they're free. I mean, why would you not get them? Oh wow, I didn't realize that. Here, Then we're just gonna melt her away. She breaks her armor. There we go. Boom, she's dead. Grab the stuff. Go out here. We take the little thingy thing. Little baby crib, whatever. Here. Like, bro. Now, what I should be doing is like leveling up, but like, I think I'm gonna make that like probably like a separate video. I don't really know for sure, but definitely. This feels really good. I never realized really deep down getting your arcanes is much more helpful than opposed to not having your arcanes. I would definitely say. Like at this point, I fundamentally feel so much different. Oh my goodness. Okay. But yeah, like this feels so good. I'm just gonna throw these down here. Look at that range, that fat range. Duration is not that bad. Got 12 seconds. Yeah. Once I get, what is it, 180?